Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sesh. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Hello, Smoke Sesh girlies, gays, theys, everybody in between, and welcome back to another fun little sexy episode. You guys, I am in my comfy, cozy era. I'm about to enter my hibernation and grind era. We'll talk a little bit more about that and some winter prep, but I hope you're all doing fantastic today. I feel like I'm serving, that one picture of Selena Gomez, like all wrapped up in her little blankie. That's what I'm serving today. Comfy, cozy, casual. Now, I apologize. These last couple episodes have been a bit rambly, so I am going to try and get as many questions done as possible because for this episode, we had more questions than ever. Usually I get like a couple hundred. This was like upwards of 1,000. I don't know. More people are finding this, which welcome. Happy to have you. Not sure how you found us, but listen, we are just so grateful to have you here and to have a little key with you. So thanks for being here. But I'm like, I got to get to all of them. I got to get to as many as possible. On the Patreon episodes, I get to like almost 50 questions an episode, which is crazy. So we're going to attempt to do that here today live on air. I hope you all had a wonderful week and are managing the best you can. Oh, I don't know what's in the air. Actually, I do know what's in the air, and it's like the crazies. The crazies are in the air, and I am not trying to catch the crazies. I'll tell you that. I am trying to stay sane in my area, localized, chill in my space. Yesterday, me and my boyfriend went out to the country for a little bit. Got all dressed up, cute little outfits. We got some lunch together at our favorite Mediterranean spot. Went out driving through the country, went to a winery, had some wine. They had all their Halloween decorations up. It was so spooky and fun. Oh my God, I loved it. I got to take him to the stables that I do riding at, which was really cool just to show him like where I'm going because I'm sure he's curious. And yeah, it was so nice. I also have a writing today. I have a writing lesson today, which is very interesting. I really appreciate being an adult and trying new things. I think adults are too afraid to be new at things, and it ruins us. It ruins us. I had this realization late at night off an edible when I saw this video on TikTok. And have you guys seen this video? It's like a dance performance. You're like, girl, no, I haven't seen this fucking dance performance video. Listen. It's this dance performance of these children, and like half of them are bunnies and half of them are turtles. But the way these children are activating all of their muscles to hop like bunnies across the stage rhythmically, it is so genuinely impressive, and they look so nonchalant doing it that I had this realization. I was like, oh my God, as children, we were activating and using every single muscle we have very casually, just for like 8 hours on a Tuesday. We're like, yes, we are going to do a full body core workout. Let's get into it. Like, what? That's crazy. And I understand maybe when we're younger, we have more energy, we have more time. Like, sure, absolutely. But I think the spirit of ourselves die as adults when we refuse to participate in childlike activities, or we refuse to participate in our life in such a whole, well-rounded way. And I also had this realization when I started taking horseback riding lessons. Now, listen, I'm sure some of you are like, okay, vibe, I want to do that. And I'm sure some of you are like, girl, I don't care. I don't want to do horseback riding lessons. I think it's good to challenge yourself in some sort of way as an adult because it makes you use your brain and your body the same way you would as a child again. And it is so challenging. It is so fulfilling. It is so nice. Bitch, I'm on lesson like, I don't know, 5, maybe 6. She's like, all right, we're going to be like jumping today. Girl, what the hell? I can barely sit upright on this goddamn thing. And I trust her endlessly, and I know like she would not put me in any situation that she doesn't think I can handle. So I'm just like, you know what, girl, fuck it, let's go for it. You see I have guts. You see I'm willing to try anything. You see obviously I can activate the right muscles. Does it feel like I'm good at this? No, it doesn't. But like, I trust you with my life. Let's do it. Fuck it. Like, let's take on the challenge. I get out of these like lessons, my whole body is sore for days. My brain is like excited and enthralled and thinking about it. Like, okay, well, next time I need to do this. Oh, well, next time I need to try this. How can I approach it this way? It is just so incredibly refreshing. It is so refreshing. And it really shows me that like, dedication, trying new things, putting yourself out there, it really does pay off. Unfortunately, it really does pay off. And we forget about it because we get so, caught up in the whole adult world of things where we're like, oh yeah, you work, sleep, maybe hang out with friends, just the motions of it all. Like, I'm exhausted from work, so I don't want to do anything. But it's like, do you want corporations to win over? Do you want that evil company that you work for to really like own you body and soul? Or is that just going to be part of your day? Or are you going to take your money and then get on with your life? We got to approach it in a way where it's like these corporations are not just like stealing our time and energy, like fucking Ariel losing her voice, like literally soul getting ripped out of her body. We need to start approaching our life in a more well-rounded way where it feels like we are active participants. So yes, please, especially now more than ever, we need to be challenging ourselves. It really does just like, it makes life so much better. And I've definitely found a new appreciation and a new drive for life that I didn't have before. So I'm thankful to myself for being like, you know what, I want to try that. Fuck it. Sign up for lessons. Go for it. And listen, I'd be lying if I told you, maybe lesson 3 or 4, I'm like, I don't really want to go today. But guess what? I got up. I went, I did it, I tried, I keep going, and the passion just keeps growing and growing and growing. So it's nice because especially now at this time, I'm like, ooh, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? What hobby are we going to pick up next? I'm ready to start living for my hobbies, living for my life, and not living just to work, eat, sleep, and go to bed. Also, my fucking stomach is a rock right now. Thank you guys for all the love of my cooking video. Maybe that's where everybody came from. But I posted like a apple cheesecake bun recipe. It's quite a labor of love, but it's so delicious and so yummy if you want to give it a try. It is up on my Instagram right now. But a lot of people really seem to enjoy it. And I've been just so freaking busy lately. I've been eating so much like processed foods, and like, no hate, sometimes the girl's busy, sometimes she's got to eat some Chipotle, which Chipotle is not even the worst, maybe some Taco Bell, ooh, maybe some Pizza Hut, maybe some like Five Guys. But what really sent me over the edge is we were just like busy last night and didn't have time to really go get groceries or anything. And we ate Dave's hot chicken. You guys, I am currently paying the price. I genuinely feel pregnant. I ate it at least like 9 hours ago, but I genuinely feel pregnant like right now because of the hot chicken sitting in my stomach. You guys, this food is going to kill us. Right now, I'm like, I get it. This shit's going to literally like tear my intestines up from the inside out. I'm going to die from this processed food. I need to make a change. I need to eat like a baked chicken breast and some boiled broccoli. Like, I'm begging. My body is begging me. I'm on my 8th iced coffee just to try and get something moving because your girls go and throw it right now. But listen, the IBS girlies, they'll get it. They'll understand. But what a silly little time. Such a transitional era in my life, transitional period. Fall always brings in those transitional vibes, which are exciting, maybe a little scary, maybe a little spooky, but it's gonna be a good time because I'm dedicated to having a good time. Anyways, enough of me rambling. Let's get into your guys' questions. Also, I'm filming a decorate for Halloween video with me this week. So for all the girlies who have been like, Hannah, please YouTube videos, the YouTube videos, don't worry, they will be up this week, hopefully by Sunday. I should be able to edit and film by Sunday, so stay tuned. I guess this is a great one to start off with, considering what we just talked about. But someone asked how to start a new hobby, habit, etc. For me, I have had this problem where it's like, okay, I'm doing this thing. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do this thing. I go to the thing. I do it once. I maybe do it twice. And then I just fall off and I never do it again. It's happened with a lot of things in my life, whether it's like knitting. I'm going to knit. No, I did not hand knit the sweater. I wish I did. It's very comfy. I'm going to knit. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to buy all the supplies. I'm going to get everything. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to knit for 8 hours one night. And then I'm just going to stare at that pile of yarn for the next 8 months. Like, I have this really, really bad habit of maybe it's like perfectionism where I'm like seeing all these videos or all these things where I'm like, oh, I want to do that. I try it and it's not that way because obviously I'm a beginner. It's not going to be that way. Maybe it's like, I've done this with Pilates before where it's like, I love Pilates. I used to do Pilates all the time. You guys, if you've been listening, you remember my Pilates era, but my Pilates studio was an hour and a half away. I don't know why I did that to myself, but it was. So, you know, it started getting into winter, snow started coming along. I got out of routine. I stopped going because it was just so far out of the way. I couldn't make the dedication anymore to drive an hour and a half for Pilates twice a week. Maybe it's like eating healthy, okay? Like me in my fast food era recently. I'm usually very good at eating healthy. I'm usually very good at, just cooking every night because I happen to be home and, I'm buying groceries. So I'm not going to let them just go into the trash, girl. It's literally throwing away money. So sit down, cook myself dinner. But then, you get busy, busy, busy. Oh my God, I fell off the wagon. All of a sudden I've eaten 12 Taco Bell grilled cheese burritos every single night. Like that's a problem. Sometimes, you fall off the wagon. Sometimes it's hard to pick up a habit. Sometimes it's hard to stay consistent. But there's one quote that really changed how I've started approaching my hobbies, my passions, my habits. And it's that consistency is dedication to yourself. And you know me, if there's one thing I love, it's myself. That's for fucking sure. So once I heard that, I was like, oh shit. Okay. Even when you don't want to come home and cook dinner or eat that fucking chicken breast, sometimes you got to do it because consistency is dedication to self. Sometimes you don't want to go to that workout class after work because you're exhausted, you're tired, whatever it is. Consistency is dedication to self. Oh, you don't want to continue that hobby because you're not as good as the 12-year-long professional. Consistency is dedication to self. It really changed my focus from detail-oriented to big picture understanding. And when it comes to hobbies or new things or habits, you have to be focused on the big picture and not the details. Because chances are, whenever you start something, you're new. Duh. Hello. This is a very new thing for you. So it's going to be, you're probably going to be bad at it. You're probably going to be bad at it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall off the wagon for a bit. You're going to forget about it for a second. You're going to not want to do that thing that night. It is what it is. You're going to be bad at it. So instead of focusing on the details of, I really don't want to do this because I'm not used to it. I'm really bad at this thing, so I don't want to keep doing it. No. We focus on the big picture in a positive aspect where it's like, okay, maybe I'm not good today, but in 10 years, how will I feel? In 5 years, how will I feel? In 1 year, how will I feel? In 1 month, how will I feel? Big picture perspective, where we're not focused on maybe the negatives that we want to be focused on because it's way easier for our brain to be focused on the negatives, and we force ourselves to focus on the positives. How is this going to affect us in the long run? What positive aspects is it going to bring into our life in the long run? Because that's truly why we're setting these habits, why we're setting these hobbies, why we're trying to pick up these new kind of ways of doing things, is so we do have a better future for ourselves. That's what we're doing it. So we need to focus on why, the big picture why, and the positive outcomes it's going to have in our life. It's like, listen, yes, I get up on that horse, and my lesson partners are 12-year-old girls. I'm not even kidding, who were born with horses. These are their horses that their parents bought them. They're on them. They've been practically born on the back of a horse. They're so used to it. And I'm there like gripping on. Like, it's silly. If I wanted to discourage myself, guess what? I'd focus on the little things. Oh my God, I'm so bad. Oh my God, I didn't start early enough, so I can't do it. You know, like these girls are running laps around me. I'm so bad at control and just like utilizing my muscles. Guess what? Yeah, if I keep telling myself those things and if I keep focusing on those things, I'm probably not going to go back. Yeah, it's fact of the matter. I'm probably not going to go back because I am hyper fixated on the negative. But when we understand that consistency is dedication to self, we're able to focus on the bigger picture, and I'm able to see, oh my God, in the future, maybe one day I'll be able to have my own horses and be able to take care of them fully and not have to like think about what I'm doing and really just be able to approach this as a second nature. But that's not going to come in those initial steps. It's going to come in the long run. So saying dedicated to who I am now, dedicated to the process, I will eventually be able to be that person that I want to be. Maybe it's working out. Oh my gosh. And trust me, horseback riding lessons, I'm up there, everything's jiggling. I have no muscle control. I'm like, I need to get in the gym. That's another big goal of mine that I'm setting for myself. Okay, well, yeah, that first 30 minutes on that treadmill are going to feel like hell on earth. But if I keep focusing on the pain and how much this hurts and how much I hate this and the sweat and all the negative little things instead of the big picture, I'm more likely to quit, okay? Because the big picture idea is, well, eventually I'm going to be fit and toned and strong and I'm going to feel good about myself. It's all about perspective and consistency. Doing it no matter what. Doing it no matter what. Oh, you want to give up? Cool. Guess what? Giving up, that's putting yourself aside. Do you really want to put yourself aside here? And you got to make room. You know, sometimes we get sick. Bitch, I don't want you on the treadmill with COVID. I understand maybe you need to just like every once in a while eat out. It is what it is. Sometimes you got to just like make room for, you know, the unexpected. But in the long run, I would say like 80% of the time, you've got to stay committed to yourself, which is staying committed to those habits, to those hobbies. Now, this is a great time to bring up my biggest plan for the winter. Can we talk about winter prep? Let's talk about some winter prep and how I am going to survive the winter. If you're sitting here and you're looking around, you're like, holy shit, there's leaves everywhere. The leaves are orange. What's happening? Things are moving too quickly for me. Oh my God, winter's coming. I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. What the fuck do I do because of the snow, the cold? Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm scared, Hannah, help. That's how I feel when I feel winter coming. I saw this video and I want to give this creator content because, or not content, this content creator her dues because she wrote it out perfectly and I saw it and I was like, done. I'm following this to a T. But you need to plan your winter. And this is done by Gabrielle Coffey, Coffy. But she talks about how we are going to plan our winter so we come out on the other side completely transformed and pretty much a complete new person, as well as giving us ways to stay consistent through the winter so we stay sane. So in this plan, there are four phases to how we are going to approach winter. Now, today, the day you are listening to this, until daylight savings, which is November 2nd, that's roughly like 35 days or something, okay? This is going to be our pre-winter planning, okay? This is the time when we're sitting here, we're wondering, we're going, who do we want to be? What habits do we want to pick up? We are idea planning, we are mood boarding, we are what is it? Idea bubbling. You remember those from like school where you had to just like bubble off ideas from one single word? We are planning. Who do we want to be? What's the kind of person we want to come out as, not in winter, but in the spring? We are looking at the spring, okay? Like March, April. Who do we want to be then? What habits do we want to embody? Who do we want to be? What hobbies? What do we look like? What are we doing? We are game planning right now. Don't worry. You don't have to pick up anything right now. You don't have to hit the gym this week. We have until now, till December 2nd, which is about 35 days, about 1 month, to plan our routine, to get a really, really good, solid daily routine down, to have a really hard understanding of the hobbies we want to pick up, how we're going to integrate that into our week. We are planning. By the end of this, I want you to have everything written down. And I've already started doing this. I'll show you how I kind of started planning. I literally have this written down, my phone focus, where it's like, okay, morning, afternoon, evening, and then weekly goals. So what does my morning look like? Hydrate, caffeine, stretch, respond to emails, vitamins, actually get ready for the day, work, eating a healthy lunch, working out every single day, hobbies at least twice a week, shower, also, she really talks about where are we getting our dopamine from. We need to plan something that we're getting our dopamine from, because in the winter, we are very dopamine deficient. And this is when we start picking up bad habits because we need that extra hit of dopamine. In the winter, people start drinking more because, it's so cold outside. We need dopamine hit. Okay, whatever. We're drinking. We're maybe smoking more. We're doing negative things just to kind of supplement. Where is where you're going to get your positive dopamine? Okay, for me personally, unfortunately, working out does give me dopamine. A bubble bath, that gives me dopamine. Hobbies, that gives me dopamine. Dancing, drawing, painting, playing music, social interactions, red light therapy, girl, a facial, I don't know, yoga, creative expression, meditation, time in nature, whatever it is, you need to also make a dopamine list. So when you're in the middle of winter and you start breaking down a little bit, you know what your dopamine factors are. You know how to implement them in your week. So when you do get exhausted and tired and burnt out, you can replenish resource in a healthy way. And then also planning like your weekly goals. Okay. So like, when do you go to work? When are you doing this? When is your like weekly hangout session? When is your weekly like night to yourself? When are you doing those hobbies? Have it planned out. We have 1 month. Okay. Take your time. 1 month is a long time. This is like no rush, no stress. 1 month is a long time. November 2nd is when we begin phase 2. Phase 2 is your hibernation routine integration. And this goes from daylight savings November 2 until the winter solstice, which is December 21st. This gives us roughly like 50 days, a month and a half, where we are completely and utterly focused on just getting into routine. This is going to be the hard part of it, okay? This is when we're like, okay, we are putting plan into action. We are taking all those ideas and this perfectly, well-rounded idea and plan and routine, and we are putting into action every single day. We are waking up, we are doing that routine, we are taking those vitamins, we are going to the gym, we are getting our healthy dopamine, we are doing what we need to do. This is the integration time, and it's going to probably be the hardest time because it's when we are making the biggest change. But it is a perfect time to do so because once the winter solstice starts, we then enter autopilot. All of that hard work that you have done, all of that time that you have put in and dedication to that routine, where your brain is now just like, oh, I know what to expect. I know my routine. It's easy. I wake up. I know exactly what to do. There's no pressure. There's no like hardships in getting this done because we've taken that time to really integrate it. We go into autopilot. Autopilot is from the winter solstice until daylight savings. Now, this is the longest phase, but dare I say it's the easiest because we are just in, day-to-day life mode. But we have such a good routine set up that it should be easy for us. It's a great way to manage our needs and emotions and desires throughout winter, where we feel like we're getting a good amount done. We feel like we are getting, in touch with ourselves, in touch with our hobbies, in touch with our body, in touch with our spirituality, in touch with our mind. You're just riding it out. It's easy. We're just riding winter out. This is going to be, I think, 77 days. So it's about 2-ish months. And then guess what? Phase 4, we are now at daylight savings. March 8th till March 21st, which is the spring equinox, it's the home stretch. Boom, we're done. All of a sudden, it's springtime. All of a sudden, you've been dedicated to yourself for 4 months. All your hard work pays off. You're in a good routine. That idealized version that you have for your spring self is here. She's here. You've done it. Bam, done. Winter's over. We're out of there. We're able to blossom like the flowers and enter spring and summer as a new, well-rounded individual, that dream idealized version of us. I love the way she broke it down because it made everything make sense. Sometimes when it's like, oh fuck, winter's coming, I don't know what to do, I freeze up. Literally, I freeze up. And I just become a inside person who doesn't leave their house and lays on their couch all day. And I'm always miserable. Always miserable. So I love the way she broke this down, where it's like, you don't have to start today. We have 1 month. Okay, plan it all out. And then once you have everything planned out, we have about a month and a half where you put dedication to yourself. Can you dedicate a month and a half to yourself? The grand scheme of things, bitch. How many months do we live in this lifetime? Can you dedicate a month and a half to yourself, to getting into this routine that you really, really want? Guess what? You do that month and a half, all of a sudden, autopilot all of winter. We have those hobbies, we have those routines, we have those dopamine hits. We're feeling good, we're feeling refreshed. We're just riding winter out, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's spring. You are who you are. You've achieved those goals. You feel confident in those hobbies because you've been doing them for so long. Everything is easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and you are able to enter spring and summer just so well-rounded and so beautiful and grown and amazing. This is when we're putting our roots down into the earth and we are balancing ourselves. We are solidifying ourselves. So then in the spring, we have time to blossom and bloom. But this is my winter plan, and this is how I'll be approaching it. So I'll take you guys with me. Maybe I can make this a YouTube series. I'm not really sure, but I figured this is something that I was very inspired by. So, of course, I wanted to share with you guys. If you are also freaking out like me, like, oh my God, winter is coming. I don't know what to do. Guess what? Now I have the plan. All you got to do is put plan to action, babe. All right, let's get into the rest of our questions. What's your opinion on marriage and getting married at 24 to 25? You guys, I had a mental breakdown the other day because why was I a little wine drunk and I went to the bathroom, I'm peeing, blah, 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 and I'm scrolling on Instagram. I'm not even fucking kidding. At least 9, I'm not even kidding, 9 posts back to back to back to back to back. Marriage proposal, marriage proposal, birth, baby. Oh my God, what the helly? What is going on? And it made me spiral because I'm like, I am living a very different life than these people. Oh my God, you are engaged. I'm wine drunk at 3 p.m. What is going on? Oh my God, you're having a baby. I'm wine drunk in the bathroom at 3 p.m. I started like spiraling. And that's what sucks about social media, is because the comparison of it all. Like in reality, where I am very happy, very content, like congratulations for them. But you hit this mid-20s point where everybody's on very different paths. Like there is no conventional path for adulthood. I mean, I guess there is, but everybody is always on very different paths. And when you see those very different paths, you always ask yourself, like, should I be there? Am I missing out on something because I'm not there? The answer is no. Like, however you live your life is dictated by you, and you should live a life that you feel proud of. But best believe I was spiraling in that bathroom. Absolutely. I'm not against marriage in your mid-20s. I'm not against marriage. I guess I am against marriage, but like mid-20s, whatever. If you've been together for like 5+ years by your mid-20s, like, you know what? Go for it. I can't blame you. You know, I've seen very successful marriages come out of it. But is there maybe a divorce in the future? Who knows? You're very young. You change. I feel like the best time to get married is probably in your 30s. Like 30 plus, I feel like I'm still growing and changing and developing. And I know at 30, I am going to be a very fucking different person than who I am now. Thus, I'm like, I'm in no rush, truly. Like, I do not care. I know everybody else around me is like, where's the ring? Where's the ring? Girl, I don't care. Like, I'm here vibing. I'm still learning who I am. I feel like a toddler on training wheels still. Like, I can't even focus on marriage. If other people are more stable and feel more comfortable, fantastic, go for it. 25 plus, I think it's a safe range for marriage. As long as you've been with that person for some time, for quite a bit of time. Early 20s, hell nah. Hell no. Do not put a ring on your finger if you're 20, 21, 22, 23. That's early as hell. I think about my parents. They were married at 22. What the hell? That's crazy. That's like a child bride. What are we talking about here? That's so normalized when they were younger. And like props to them for being able to grow together because, oh my God, that's amazing. But nowadays, I don't think we have that anymore. I don't think that happens anymore. And it's probably for the better because, like, yes, we should be allotted time to develop as individuals before we feel inclined or a societal pressure to get married. But personally, I am pro waiting. I've never been the girl who's like, I'm living for marriage, you know? I feel like I celebrate myself enough in this life that I don't need like a baby or marriage to feel celebrated by the people that love me. I feel like I provide that enough for myself that it's not like I need this in my life. But it's something that, yeah, it's something that I do want in the future. And I would love to get married. I would love to have a bomb-ass wedding dress, probably just for the photos, if I'm being honest. Like, no one even needs to be invited. I would be happy eloping. But it's something that I definitely do want to do in the future. Is it something I'm ready for right now? No. Is it something I think, you know, maybe people my age are ready for? Yeah, sure, definitely. But if you're younger than 25, err on the side of caution. There's no reason you need to be getting married under 25. Like, just wait it out. Just wait it out. Nonchalance allows patience and growth in a relationship. And skater boys. Thoughts on these? Whoa. Did a skater boy tell you that? Because he just told you to his face he doesn't care. And he's making excuses for it. Listen, am I pro dating skater boys? No, not at all. I love my boyfriend down, and he has a very sweet, kind heart, but skater boys, these are players. Like, my top 5 players in the world: skaters, musicians, cowboys, DJs. I think DJs are very separate than musicians, but maybe under the same umbrella, and anybody that works in a restaurant. These are my top 5 players. And I guess like skaters and also like anybody who plays a sport professionally. And listen, I've been around a lot of skater boys. They can be lover boys, abso-fucking-lutely, but you will know when they're interested in you. A lot of skater boys play the nonchalant card because they don't care. They want to be at the skate park. They want to be with their boys. They want to be drinking and smoking at the skate park. And if they're willing to give that up for you, they like you a lot. But if you keep finding yourself like, oh my God, you know, he's constantly at the skate park or not messaging me, it's because that's their top priority. DJs, DJing is top priority. Cowboys, I don't know, cows are top priority. Skaters, skateboarding is top priority. Line cooks, bartenders, that place is top priority. If they're able to put you above that, then I think, you know, you will be able to understand that they like you. But nonchalance should never be something that you expect in your relationship. Nonchalance kills relationships. Because what do you mean, oh, you're nonchalant about me? What the fuck does that mean? Hello, I need you to chalant it up. Like, let's be real. I need to be top priority. I need you to actually care about me and think about me and want me in your life. Nonchalance does not allow patience and growth in a relationship. Nonchalance is, I'll get to you when I get to you. Yeah, I'll hit you up when I hit you up. That is not patience. That's putting you on the back burner. That is not growth. That's them kind of like manipulating you into forcing you to wait or forcing you to care more. Do not fall for that. I'm scared of a skater boy told you that, because girl, that is some crazy manipulation, and I need you to leave his ass in the dirt where it belongs. But like I said, am I pro you dating a skater boy? No. Like I said, they be messing around. They really do. And the skate park is priority number one most of the time. If they're able to put you above the skate park, that's when you know. That's when you know you got them. Nonchalance allows patience. No, it does not. Nonchalance is evil, especially in a relationship. Like, I need you to be on your hands and knees outside my house with a boombox. That's not nonchalant, but that's what I want. How many times have you blacked out? Oh, girl. Don't ask me that. Why would you ask me that? More times than I can count on any of my appendages, genuinely. I don't know. Like, my brain right now is even having a hard time recollecting. I am a reformed party girl. Not even reformed. I still go out and about every once in a while. But, yeah, no. Honestly, at this point, too, they don't tell you the older you get, well, the worse the hangovers get. Like, when I was 21, I'd be like, I don't experience hangovers. And, like, she was right. She did not experience hangovers. I drink, leftover Chipotle, wake up, be completely fine. Like, genuinely completely fine. As long as I got 8 hours, I was good. I could have been, like, the most dehydrated bitch on the world. It doesn't matter. I was totally fine. Then I hit, like, 24, 25, you're like, ooh, actually, I'm waking up with a massive headache after 2 glasses of wine. What? I was taking 12 shots and waking up fine. 2 glasses of wine and I'm waking up with a headache? Yeah, girl. I don't know what it is about the way your body changes in your mid-20s. The hangovers, they do get out of control. As well as, I don't think anybody tells you this, but when you hit your mid-20s, the hangovers get out of control and you also black out easier. Like, when I was younger, I feel like I could handle my alcohol better. But now that I'm in my mid-20s, like, maybe in the past, like, 12 shots, I'm blacking out. Well, duh. But now it's like 4 or 5. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I mean, not like massively blacked out, but enough that I'm like, we got to go home, you know? So please, as you hit, not me like as an old lady, let me tell you guys about how your body changes. But like, literally, I don't know. I black out easier. My hangovers are way worse. I can't metabolize alcohol the way I used to. Thus, like, the like appeal of drinking has like very much so worn off on me. And that does naturally happen in your 20s. I find that people either like realize, oh, drinking, it's like not the same effects as when I was younger. Like, I'm over it. Or they're like, I need to drink more now, which is crazy. And I do not need to be that person. But yeah, babe, I don't know. I blacked out way too many times. More times than I could even think about imagining. How to spot a man who can fuck versus one who maybe can't. Ooh. If you are at the bars and you're like, okay, I need a good ass hookup. I need a good ass hookup right here, right now. How do I look around this bar and find the man, not even with the biggest schlong, but the one who can lay it down the best? It's not the man. Let me break it to you. It is not the man in your fucking ear. Like, hey, babe, how you doing? I would love to take you home. Please, please, please. That's a beggar. That's a beggar because he knows he can't throw down. So he has to like convince and use his words and please, 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 please. It's not the guy who won't leave you alone. It's not the guy in your ear like, you're so beautiful, babe. Let me buy you 18 shots. Please come home with me. Please, 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 please. It's not him. I'll break it to you. You're going to go home with him. You are going to be massively disappointed and you will realize why he has to go around begging. Dare I say, it's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones, okay? And maybe eventually you'll spark up a conversation and you'll feel that chemistry fantastic. But it is always the ones who it's like, okay, little eye contact. Okay, you know, I see you from across the room. Maybe they'll eventually come up to you. Maybe you go up to them. Either way, you know, that tension slowly builds. You spot them. They're kind of chilling, maybe with their friends. They're not like going around girl to girl to girl to girl to girl. They're very much so on their own vibe. They're quiet. They're curating their vibe in the corner. Those are the men who can throw down because they're not having to go around and beg and do whatever. They know in the bedroom they're going to have a good time. Their partner's going to have a good time. If they want to hook up, if they find a good person, then sure, they'll go home together. But they don't need to go around begging for pussy. They don't need to go and buy a woman 5 drinks to sleep with them. They don't need to go to a million women in the bar to find just one that'll go home with them. They're quiet. They're in their own lane. They're doing their own thing. They're probably hanging out with their boys. They're not really, you know, prioritized with the women. If one comes along they really like, sure, they'll spark up a conversation. Fantastic. But it's the quiet ones. I know. It really is. And here's the thing. You know, eventually you may spark up a conversation. You know, maybe you see him go over to the bar, walk up next to him. Hey, what are you drinking? Oh my gosh, great, fantastic. Have you been here before? Oh my gosh, wow. I can't believe I haven't seen you here before. Like, whatever. You spark up a conversation. If it naturally flows and you feel that chemistry and you have a good conversation, you spend some time together. You have to feel the chemistry through the conversation. After that, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling great, you know, things sparked up conversation, it's been a chill night, he's respectful, he maybe bought you a drink or whatever, you're gonna go home and you're gonna have the ride of a lifetime. I'm not even kidding. You are going to have the best night ever, truly, honestly. And you know why? It's because of desire and patience. Like I said, the men yapping in your ear, please, can I come home with you? They don't have desire. They don't have patience. They will fuck a McChicken if they can. They do not give a fuck. They just want to stick their dick in something. Any man who just simply wants to stick their dick in something is not going to throw down fucking pipe. He's going to put it in, pump a couple times, and come wherever the fuck he wants. Ew, get away from me. Oh my God, it's scary. I don't want that. Like, I don't want you guys to want that either. I don't want you guys to settle for that. Build the desire, build the passion, and dare I argue, like, you don't even have to go home the first time. But yeah, moral of the story here, it's not the loud yappers. It's not. Leave those alone. They're loud for a reason, and it's not good reasons. My boyfriend, 25M of 1+ year, hasn't had his car the whole time. Basically lives with me. 23F, help me. Okay, and also someone else asked, boyfriend is broke in all caps, but so loving, ... help? Oh, okay. Let's get into the realities of life here. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you need to be with your broke boyfriend, because never ever will I say that. But in your 20s, you're dating, you're going through things, you find yourself in relationships, whatever it is. And sometimes, you know, people lose their jobs. Sometimes, you know, we go through hard times. Sometimes you got to budget. It is what it is. Can you budget with your partner? Fantastic, amazing. The real questions here are, is there progress happening? Are they setting goals? Are they achieving those goals? Are they working forward? If you have a broke ass fucking boyfriend who's sitting on your couch all day, eating hot Cheetos, fingering his fucking dick hole, and playing video games and being like, babe, when can I borrow the car? Babe, when's dinner ready? And not paying rent, he needs to go live on the corner of the street where he belongs. He's got to go. That's what I call, okay, so, and I will say, some men date for homes. They do. And I know this because I've been around some of my boyfriend's skater friends. They will find a girl who has a good head on their shoulders, who has, you know, everything figured out, a good routine, whatever, and they're like, I want to live that life. Guess what they do? They start dating them. then all of a sudden they're living that life because they're dating a amazing, wonderful girl who wants to provide for their boyfriend, but they're not bringing anything to the table. They're not bringing goals, achievements, accomplishments, money, love, understanding. That man has to go. I don't care how much he loves you. I don't care how much he says he loves you. If you want a freeloader like that, get a cat, get a dog. My gosh, like, get something else that'll at least provide you a little bit more mental stability. But no man should ever be living in your house rent free. No man should ever like be goalless. I think goalless is a really big problem. You need to have goals in life. You need to have things you're working towards. You need to, even if you are like, oh fuck, I'm broke. Like, oh shit. Sometimes that happens. You're like, oh my God, I did not mean to spend that much money last month. Like, we got to really cut back on spending this week, babe. Or like, I can't, go out to eat as much. I hope you understand. I'll still pay for like a couple days here and there, but like, let's focus on cooking at home. They will work with you. They will plan with you. They will be honest. They will be interactive. They will make goals and plans and work towards those things and achieve those things and get their life back on track. And I need you to not be with a lazy man. A lazy man is a lazy lover. A lazy man is a lazy partner. And like, if you want a child to take care of, go have a baby. Don't do that. But like, a 25-year-old man living in your house should not behave the same way an infant child would. That's for fucking sure. Like I said, it's okay to be broke. I get it. Everybody goes through a broke phase at some point in time in their life. It's like, oh my God, I'm at school. I don't have any money because I'm not working. Okay, I get it. Absolutely. Oh my God, I had all these bills come in at once. I had to handle them all. I'm a little low on money right now. That's okay. I'm still working so we can build it all back up. Fantastic. I understand. I'm a very understanding person. Oh my God, I went crazy on Christmas. We got to chill for the month. I got to just like chill it out, stack up my money a little bit, maybe pick up a side hustle here or there. Oh my God, I lost my job. They had major layoffs at my tech company. Okay, let me focus. Let me regroup. I'm going to be broke for a second, but like I'll have a new job maybe next month. If I don't have a new job soon, I'm at least going to pick up some little things here and there to supplement money. Those are all understanding things. Those are all plans they've put in place. Those are all things that, they are working towards. Everybody has slip ups in life sometimes. Not everybody's born with money. Some people have to work for it, and that comes with up and downs. I get it. But if there's no plan in place, if that man is doing absolutely nothing for you, the home, for himself, if he has no goals, if you ask him what his 5-month plan is and he says, I don't know, that man's a leech. That is a leech, and they have to go. And a lot of men are doing this nowadays, I've realized. A lot of men, especially a lot of young men, because they realize like women want things. Women work hard for things. Women figure it out. Women know how to do the laundry. They know how to cook for themselves. They know how to plan, because guess what? We were born doing this since birth, which is so fucked up. And they realize, oh, wow. I mean, I could learn all of this stuff for myself, or I could just move in with a woman who will do it for me. And I don't want any of you guys doing that for a man. Never, ever, ever, ever. You're better off single, literally. You can't be in a hard time all the time. Does that make sense? I see girls dating men who are going through a hard time 24/7. You are a willing participant in your life. You can switch things up. Absolutely. But every day it cannot be a hard time, because that's going to make your life a hard life. You're going to be picking up the slack for another person. And bitch, life is hard enough alone. You do not need to be solving problems for another person. A partnership is two people who can operate functionally alone. If he cannot operate functionally alone, if he cannot afford rent alone, if he cannot afford a car alone, he cannot plan groceries for himself, cook for himself, clean for himself alone, he cannot do those things in a relationship. And you should not be picking up the slack. So, broke boyfriend, sometimes okay. Consistently broke boyfriend, get out. And I don't even mean to use the term boyfriend, partner, whoever. If you are in a relationship and you find yourself in this situation where you feel like you are the money provider and you do not want to be the money provider or the home provider, you do not have to be those things. Like I said, your partnership should be based on two self-sufficient individuals. And if you do not feel that way, it's okay to be like, this isn't working. What makes someone a bad or good person in your opinion? Caring. Good people care about other people, and other people who especially aren't like them. Good people care about them. Okay? It's easy for you to care about people who are like you or whatever. It's, I guess, difficult, I guess, for other people to care about people who aren't like them. But a good person cares about people no matter what. Like, they care about how your day goes. They care about that random stranger they just met. They extend kindness to everybody around them. They approach life with a calm, kind demeanor. That is what makes a good person. Bad people, they don't give a fuck about anybody else around them. In fact, they're very them-centered. Bad people only care about themselves. They only care about what they think, who they are, other people who are like them. They only care about that. And that's a bad person. I don't fuck around with those kinds of people because I already know you're not going to like me. Like, I already know you're not going to like me. I already know you are going to do awful, evil things. Like, I just don't fuck with you. Good, kind people, it's very obvious. It's extremely obvious because, like, they are practically radiating glowing light. They have angel wings coming out of their back. You feel their kindness whenever you speak to them. It's very obvious. Like, good people are very obvious, honestly. Bad people are also sometimes obvious, sometimes not. Sometimes they like to play that, no, I'm a good person, I swear. But, like, do you care about that homeless person on the street, or do you think they should be gunned down? Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. There's a lot of bad people out there right now, and they're very evident. It is very, very evident who is a bad person right now, who is self-centered, who doesn't care about other people. Clock their tea. Recognize that. Understand that. If they can't extend kindness to somebody who isn't them, who doesn't look like them, who doesn't act like them, then they are a bad person, period. I'm wondering how to be a respectful stoner, i.e. not making my weed problems their problem. Well, whatever you do on your own time is your prerogative, you know? Like, I don't care if my friend doesn't smoke weed, I'm not going to smoke weed around them. That doesn't mean I'm not going to smoke weed at home when I'm not around them, but, like, I'm not going to bring that up around them, you know? It's the same thing as if, like, you have a friend who's, like, in recovery for alcohol. You're not going to drink around them because you don't want to make that their problem, you know? But you can drink at home, like, whatever. You just don't have to tell them about it or talk about it around them or do it around them. It's very simple, you know? And I guess, like, maybe if you live with the person, it's a bit different. But I think you can just still just like keep it very respectful. Common spaces are common spaces for a reason. You have to take other people into consideration in the common spaces. But, like, if you know they don't go in the backyard at 11 p.m. and you want to go smoke a bowl out there, then whatever, you know? If they're not outside reading their book and you're, like, going to go smoke a bowl next to them, then whatever. That's not making it their problem. But also, I do also find this with weed that, and I see this in relationships a lot. I see this in friendship problems a lot. It's like a control thing where it's like, if you're my partner and I don't like weed, then you're never allowed to smoke it. It's like, well, that's fucking crazy because, like, in relationships, you can't control your partner. You can control the boundaries you have and the way you react to them, but you can't physically control a partner. We are not Sims. That person's going to make whatever decision they want to make, you know? And you can tell them, hey, I don't like weed being smoked around me. Fantastic. Then they just won't smoke weed around you. But they can still do that alone whenever they want to, you know? If you don't want a partner that doesn't smoke weed, then don't have a partner that smokes weed, you know? But I understand the lifestyle differences. It's the same thing as if, like, I had this problem when I was in nursing school and I needed to lock the fuck in. Like, I'm a party girl, don't get me wrong, but, like, when I need to study for 18 hours, bitch, don't fucking bother me. Like, I need to lock in. And it was, like, differences in roommates where I was, like, study. I was not fun, I'll tell you that. But they were in their party era. And it's like, I had a big test that night. I needed to study that night, like, all night in my room alone, silence, and they decided to throw a rager without me knowing outside of my bedroom. It's like, that's rude as fuck. That's making your party problems my problem now. And all of a sudden I'm the bad guy when I'm like, I've told you that I need to study, and all of a sudden you're in here fucking partying. This isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. That's rude, that's disrespectful, that's mean. But if it's like, oh, Hannah's at home studying, let me go to my friend's apartment to party, who cares, you know? So just don't do it around them. And I think that is fantastic and fine. It won't make it their problem. How to not feel useless while sick with the flu. I can't study and I'm self-isolating with a high screen time. Sometimes life be like that. Sometimes life knocks you down and you're like, bitch, I have things to do. I can't be doing this. I can't be sick right now. But dare I say that's like the most important time to like pause and sit back and chill the fuck out for a second. Like it is the universe telling you to take a moment, take a breather. Here's my go-to sick routine. First of all, as much vitamin C as I'm legally allowed to take in my body. I think it's like 1,000 milligrams if you're really sick. Vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C. Even in this like kind of environment where I'm like interacting with people more often and I'm just like around sick people, it's like I need to be taking vitamin C, not daily. That's too much on your system, but enough that it's like I am combating a little bit. And when you're sick, it will help you get over. And I'm not a doctor. You know what? You don't listen to influencers trying to promote medicine or lack thereof. Most importantly, the lack thereof. But I do enjoy taking vitamin C, little vitamin C tablet if I need to, especially while I'm sick. I think it just helps boost the immune system. You need warm, healthy, stocky broth in your system. I think pho is the perfect healing food. I think it is fantastic. I think it's amazing. I think it literally has the power to heal your insides. I'm not even kidding. Rice noodles, fantastic, easy, light on your system. Maybe you get like a little beef situation, so you get some iron in there. Throw in all those amazing magical herbs, some jalapeno slices for some heat. That'll help just like kick the flu, kick the cold. You need to be drinking like orange juice and replenishing with as much water as you can physically put in your body. Chugging. When I chug water and I'm sick, I like am imagining myself like flushing out the illness as I am drinking the water, as I am drinking Gatorade. A hot shower every night. I'm not even kidding. A hot shower every single fucking night. I know you're like, I'm so incredibly sick, I can't get in the shower. Crawl your way into that bathtub, lay on the floor while you're washing your hair if you need to, but you need to shower, because if you don't take care of your body's not going to take care of itself. I think physical representation of taking care of your body in turn does help you get over sickness faster, and you need to shower. I know you're like, girl, I don't want to get out of bed. It's okay. You can lay in bed all day. You can allocate 15 minutes to just get in the shower and wash your body off, literally. The heat also will help your body process. It'll help it speed up. It'll help it beat it faster, believe it or not. Hot shower. Okay, please wash your face, wash your body, get out. You can go lay back in bed again. Speaking of laying in bed, it's okay, but rotate those laying places, okay? If you're going to be horizontal, maybe you do horizontal on the couch for a little bit, horizontal on the floor for a little bit, horizontal on the bed, rotate, do it all again, you know what I mean? But do not just lay in bed all day. I think it's important to at least like get up, stretch your legs every once in a while, whether it's like a bathroom break, whatever. But most importantly, like, this is your rest period. You're going to be forced to rest. You're going to be forced to lay down. You're going to be forced to like take a breather, take a break, to not do as much as you want to do. Sure, your screen time might be a little bit high. If you can, maybe put on a movie so it's not so as overstimulating for your brain. Like, you're going to cause a headache, babe, from scrolling that much. Make sure if you are in bed, you're taking naps. You know, you're allowing your body to rest and to sleep. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. But it's okay. You're going to feel a little off your game. I mean, duh, you're going through it. I always get like every season, not to jinx myself, but just genuinely as a human being, I always get sick in the winter and like spring, probably like at least a good once or twice. I would say once or twice with at least something, whether it's the flu, whether it's like a COVID situation, or I don't know, whatever the hell just happens to be going around at that point in time. Like sometimes strep will be going around for some random fucking reason. And when I enter the phase of like, okay, I gotta admit it to myself, like I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling sick, I go all in. Immediately, urgent care, get the medications I need, get tested for whatever I need. The faster you can get on like real ass goddamn medicine, the better you will feel. I get home, I immediately change into something comfy. I put my hair back in a fucking braid. I take my makeup off. I lay down in bed, I put a movie on, I take a nap, I let those medications settle in, I chug water, I eat pho for dinner. I get as much sleep as I possibly can so my body has time to rest and recover. I literally like recovery max. I really do. I set all of my sights and all of my focus on healing and making myself feel better. Especially if you're snotty or you have a cold, those hot showers really help. I also, oddly enough, if I spend a lot of time on my bed, I change my sheets a lot. I know you're like, bitch, I'm sick. I don't have energy to change my sheets. I feel like when I'm laying in dirty ass sweaty sheets every single day, it makes me feel worse. And like I said, I lazy max, I do, but also like recovery max, we need to make sure we're taking care of the whole body. Eating good foods, broth is fantastic, chicken soup, maybe a wonton soup, but pho all the fucking way, literally fucking water as much as I can, good real goddamn medicine, sleeping and taking care of my body, hot showers, changing my sheets, moving around at least a little bit, whether it's just like from one room to another, whatever. But I guarantee if you just like focus on rest and recovery, you will get better in like 3 days. Okay, 3 days max, probably hopefully less, but 3 to 5 days. 3 days you'll be out of bed, 5 days you'll be feeling completely back to normal. But be patient. Patience is key. Focusing on recovery is key. Don't be like, oh, I wish I could be doing this. I wish. No. We are resting. We are relaxing. That is all that should be on your mind. Are you religious? No, I'm not religious, but I am spiritual, and I guess I believe in a God, but do I believe in a white man God? Absolutely not. Not at all. Do I even believe in a white Jesus? Absolutely fucking not. I was raised Methodist, and I had a gay pastor, which my mom was like, she's not gay. I was like, she definitely is, Mom. Like, it's okay. We very much so had like rainbow crosses everywhere, and like no hate. Like, that's the best way to be raised if I'm gonna be raised in any religion. Like, I think about my Catholic cousins who it's like, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to have like desires. It's all right. You don't have to be like full of shame 24/7. What the hell? So I was definitely raised religious. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every Sunday church, and every Tuesday and Thursday I would have like Sunday school, not Sunday school, but like whatever, teen camp. I don't know what they call it. Youth group. That's what it is. So like raised quote unquote very religious. It wasn't like very religious focused, and I never really like bought on to the marketing that much. So I haven't really followed it much in my like adulthood, like Christianity in that sort of sense. I don't denounce God, you know, whatever you believe in is whatever you believe in. And then I went to a Catholic college, which was very interesting because I was like, whoa, this is very fucking different. Very different. A lot of shame there. And then I just kind of like fell out of it, but I am very spiritual where it's like, you can't deny the beauty of the world. Like, you can't deny the beauty and the magic of the world. And you can't deny the beauty and the magic of, like, interacting with it and the otherworldliness of it. And I think that just makes you appreciate the world around you with much more love and light than being, like, meticulous and, like, very factual. So I'm spiritual is what I would consider myself. But do I pray to anything? Do I, like, believe in like this massive like higher white man being? Absolutely not. But do I believe in the magic of the world? For fucking sure. Okay, what the hell? Why do I have two of these questions back to back? What if my boyfriend won't have sex with me on my period? He says blood is gross. And someone has said my boyfriend can't have sex if I'm on my period and I feel devastated. Is this a deal breaker? Oh my gosh. Listen, like I said, everybody has different boundaries. You can't control people. If they don't want to have sex, like, you can't force them to have sex. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird and odd. But no man should ever shame you for what is naturally occurring in your body. If they are not understanding of what is naturally occurring in your body, then I don't fuck with that. If they're like, oh, blood is gross, your period blood is nasty and disgusting and you need to get away from me. Huh? You are not mature enough to even be putting your dick inside of me. That's how I feel, you know? Like, you can't force somebody to, you know, have sex with you, especially if they're like, I just don't feel comfortable in this environment, whatever. But like, where is the uncomfortableness stemming from? You know, like, what is it stemming from? Is it stemming from, I don't respect women during this time because I think they're gross? They need to get the fuck away from you. Yeah. I don't think your boyfriend should ever make you feel gross or disgusting about something that naturally happens in your life. Like, we as women, we understand, like, this is whatever. Like, honestly, a girl could period bleed on me, like, sit on my lap and leave period blood in my lap, and I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I truly don't care. Like, it's whatever. Like, it is so normal in my life at this point in time. Like, I've been having my period for 10 years. That's what I bleed for 7 days every single month, you guys. Like, you understand, it is just so casual. Like, I don't find that shit gross. I really do not. That's probably the least gross thing in the entire world. I think boogers are more gross than period blood, truly, honestly. And I understand, like, men maybe aren't around it as much, but there is a respect factor that needs to be there. You need to respect me and what I'm going through, and you need to respect, like, womanhood and what we have to experience. And if there is no respect, get the fuck out of my life. Period. Literally, period. But my boyfriend was the same way when I met him, and not in a disrespectful way. He, like, genuinely gets, like, queasy about different things, and he never, like, grew up around blood. But, like, even if, like, I remember one time I was around him, I had a nosebleed, and he was like, I can't look at you. Like, I can't even be around you. Like, here's a towel. Like, the blood is gonna make him pass out. And it was, like, genuine. Like, my nose started bleeding, and he, like, I saw all the color wash from his face. It wasn't like I don't care about you. Ew, get away from me. It was like oh my God, I'm freaking out. For some reason, he gets that way about needles too. Like, he has a really hard time with needles, or like even thinking about needles. We watched The Substance together. We got maybe 10 minutes in. I'm not kidding. He turned it off and passed out. He passed out because of the needles and like the body shit. Like, he does not do well with it. He will still have sex with me on my period because he's like, oh, you know, this is just like a part of your cycle. It's a part of your womanhood. It's a different kind of blood. Like, it is what it is. If I'm gonna be up in there, I need to have respect for it. And I think it switched his perspective a little bit, you know, just like being around a woman more often. But he got over that real quick. And if a man is ever shameful to you about your period, get the fuck out of there. But like I said, you can't pressure anybody to do anything. Everybody has their reasons for things, but shame should never be something you feel in your relationship. Speaking of shame, someone said, oh my God, you guys, this breaks my heart. Someone, in quotations, you don't come as hard as you used to. From boyfriend of 3 years. I feel like less of a woman. Once again, shame should never be something you feel in a relationship. Ever. I mean, unless it's warranted where you're like, you can't get blackout drunk anymore. Like, I'm going to shame you a little bit. Like, okay, fine. You don't come as hard as you used to. Bitch, did you look him in the eyes and go, maybe your dick isn't doing it for me anymore? Like, what? What? Huh? No, I'd be pissed. And this is where I come in and I say, I think respectfully, and when I say boyfriends, I mean girlfriends, I mean whoever you have in your life. I don't care if it's polyamorous, whatever. If you are in a partnership, we need to feel a little bit more comfortable, like, cussing each other out. I'm not kidding. You can respectfully cuss somebody out. Like, you don't have to raise your voice. You don't even have to use cuss words. I mean, cuss them out where you look them in the eyes and you go, that was a fucking insanely rude and disrespectful thing to say. I hope you understand just how fucked up it was, and I'm going to let you sit on that. I think it is important in any sort of relationship, friendship, romantic. Sometimes we let people slide with things too often, when in reality, you need to be clocking what the fuck they're saying to you to your face. Like, no, that was weird. That was odd. Why would you say that? And yes, I am going to combat you a little bit about this because that was out of pocket of you. Like, what the hell are you saying to me right now? Sometimes it's okay to make people think about the words they're using. I don't think a lot of people think about the words they're using. And these are some fucked up words. So I'd be hitting him with the, you know, I just don't think you're as good enough anymore. Or, you know what? Your load was really light. Are you okay? Like, you're just not performing the same you used to. Do you need to get on some blue chew pills? Like, I'm fucking psychotic. I'd get crazy about it. But this is definitely something I would be like, that's weird. I don't know why you would say that to me. Especially because it's like, oh, my fault? Like, that's not your fault. If you're not coming as hard as you used to, that's a him problem. Bitch, if we as women could think ourselves into orgasming, if we could think ourselves into orgasming as hard as possible, we would not need men or women or partners. We would be just doing it on our own. Because what? Choose between a subjectively hot but boring partner or interesting but no sexual attraction. Dare I say, I think you can have both. I don't think you need to choose. I think you can have both. Absolutely. I don't think I'd be choosing. I think I'd be like, this one isn't fully doing it for me, and this one isn't fully doing it for me. So I'm going to wait around until I get with somebody who does fully do it for me. Your partner should fully do it for you. How to tap into my kind feminine side / balance kindness and not taking shit. I think we as women need to be around more older women, more positive older women. I understand sometimes, we as women, any human being can be a bad person. Okay. I'm not shaming older women, but like we need to be around more positive older women. Relationships with older women in my life that I look up to completely transform how I view the future. I started actually imagining the future and looking towards the future and getting excited about the future and who I'm going to be when I'm 50, 60, 70 when I started having more relationships with women who were those ages. And like sometimes it just naturally happens. It's like, oh my God, why is my work bestie a 70-year-old woman? Sometimes it's like, oh my God, I'm in my early 20s, my bestie is a 30-year-old, like whatever it is. Maybe you run into an older woman at the grocery store. Literally, I ran into this like 50-year-old woman at PetSmart the other day, and we started bonding over the cats and like keying over the cats. Girl, I was in that PetSmart for 30 minutes just like chit-chatting, you know? They have so much to teach us. We have so much to learn from them, and it really just gives us hope and desire for the future. The restaurant I am at sometimes, the owner, his wife finally just came to the States, and they're going to be here for a little bit before taking off somewhere else. But she is a older Persian woman. And I mean, before she came, he had nothing but good words to say to her about her. She's amazing. This woman is fantastic. I'm so lucky to have her as a partner. Like we are constantly like spending time apart, but like this is like my partner for life. We have a very unconventional relationship, but she's an older woman. Like she is just so fantastic to have around. She's taught me to really love fierce women, to enjoy fierce women, to really respect them and listen to them. And I'm like, oh wow, that's amazing. Like I can't wait to meet her. And then I did, and she is that plus more. She is so warm. She is so caring. Every time you run into her, she's, hello, Hannah, how are you? She embraces you. Like the American culture, I'm realizing, very cold, very cut off. Persian culture, everybody is family. She's cutting up fresh fruit. Do you want some fresh apples? We just picked these from our house. Like, let me bring this to you. Try this new special I've been making. Like, how are you doing? Here's a hug. I'm happy to see you. While also saying those things and turning around and cussing someone out. Like, it's crazy. Because you can tell she's cussing someone out with love. You can tell she's like pissed off with love. She is mad with love. She's not just mean to be mean or to feel powerful or to feel whatever to feed her ego. She is saying things very directly. She is saying things that need to be said, and she's being calm, kind, and respectful about it because she respects everybody around her. It is the most like inspiring thing I've ever seen. Literally. I think she's like 70. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she is running around this place. So you do this. I want this done. How are you doing? Here's a hug. Like, happy to see you. I need this done. Like, boss ass bitch. And it really is just showing me the duality of just like the feminine side of things. Like I think sometimes when you think, oh, feminine, I'm in my soft era, I'm just a girl, I just sit back and I do nothing and I have no brain and I don't think. Like hell no, that's gonna make you subservient. That's gonna make you accept things that you should not accept. Girl, what do you mean I'm a girl, I have no brain? Huh? Oh my God, the propaganda, we fell for it. Like that is not how we're supposed to be living. We are allowed to be sexy and smart and feminine and kind and caring and compassionate and maybe a little combative and straightforward and blunt and honest. Like all of that is what makes women so beautiful, the duality of it all. We are able to be all of these things all at once, and I think that is all amazing. I think we're also sold this idea that we need to box ourselves in as women. Oh, are you going to be this aesthetic or this aesthetic? Are you going to be the smart girl? Or are you going to be the sporty girl? Are you going to be, Malibu Barbie? Or are you going to be astronaut Barbie? Like, are you going to be shopping Barbie? Or are you going to be smart Barbie? It's like, No, 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 no. I'm going to be all of those things because we have the power to be all of those things. But if men can be all of those things, why the fuck can't women be all of those things? And I love doing that. Like, truly, me as a woman, I'm like, okay, I'll be collecting different like personalities like infinity stones. I'm going to be collecting different hobbies like infinity stones. Anything you say I can't do, I will do, and I'll do it 10 times better than you. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore, because it truly is like, she is the most divine feminine being that I've ran into in a while. And she is truly like master of all. Like, she is straightforward, she is honest, she is kind, she is caring, she's compassionate, she is passionate, she says what's on her mind. There is no like sugarcoating it. Like, you as a human being should be able to handle my words because I'm coming to you in a kind and respectful way, and if you can't, that's your prerogative, but like, this is a workplace, like, you need to be able to handle this. And it really has taught me like, wow, I love it. Strong, independent, but the duality of like, you can be strong and independent and a go-getter while also being just like a good person. Like I said, what's a good person? Somebody who cares about other people, somebody who extends kindness to people no matter who they are, but is not afraid to also like speak up when need to be spoken, to say the hard things, to have the hard conversation. They're not just gonna lay down on the floor like a fucking doormat. No. And I love it. I really do love it. I think that's why I end up reading a lot of novels written by women who have gone through things like maybe similar as me. Like, I love a nice nin. I don't know if I sang that right. Braiding Sweetgrass, such a great book written by just like such a wise woman. Anything written by Eve Babbitt's. Like, I love reading things written by just like very complex women, because like I said, I think we like to take the complexity out of the feminine side of things. But what makes women so amazing is the complexity, how many different emotions we can feel. I mean, we joke about it when it's like, oh, me at 12 experiencing a full range of emotions that men don't even experience until 25, until they happen to do mushrooms for the first time. It's like, we are very complex, very observant like individuals. And also, I hate like, you know, categorizing things by gender. I know that can get annoying because gender is very much so just like a societal construct. So if you feel feminine, that's valid enough, but I don't want you to get rid of the complexities of the feminine side of things, because society tells us that feminine equals soft, feminine equals quiet, feminine equals gentle, feminine equals subservient. We can be kind and gentle, absolutely, but that doesn't mean you need to do that all the time. That doesn't mean you need to sit back and take shit from people. That doesn't mean that you don't speak up when you need to speak up. It means you speak up when you need to speak up, and you say it with a calm, kind chest. It means you are observant of your surroundings, and you are aware of when, you know, certain behaviors are necessary and when they're not. You're able to make those key judgments about people because you're able to see them from a level head. You approach others who are different from you with kindness and compassion. You offer that kindness and compassion when it needs to be extended. You enter every room a warm light. That's what the feminine side of things mean to me. And that's what I think makes just like a strong, independent, amazing woman, you know. And I really appreciate it, because I feel like, you know, going into it, you think, oh my gosh, you know, like maybe a partner won't like a strong, independent woman, but then like I'm hearing, or like the reinforcements of a man being like, no, I love strong women. They really have the power to like change people's lives, to better your life, to better everybody else around them. Like, even I've seen them like literally fight in front of me, and it's like, but they're doing it in such a kind way where it's like, no, I'm not gonna let you talk shit to me. Like, you're gonna hear me out and you're gonna listen. And he's like, yes ma'am, you know what I mean? Like, this is her world, I'm truly just living in it, and it's fantastic. It's amazing. And I am very thankful to be around like so many inspiring women all the time, because it really just shows me how beautiful we all can be individually, and how amazing we all can be individually, how different we can all be individually, and how much we have to learn from each other, how much we need to extend patience to each other, and understanding and kindness and compassion. And especially now more than ever, you know? Good people deserve to be around good people. You deserve to be a good person. You deserve to be a well-rounded person. I don't want you to ever box yourself into a certain category. You have the power to be whoever you want to be, and I want you to always go after that no matter what. And I want you to not be afraid to like be who you are and stand up and stand strong and stand tall about who you are and about what you believe in. I think all those things are very beautiful and powerful, especially now more than ever. We need strong, independent women. Absolutely. And I know everybody here is listening is, you know, that person or does respect those people. And so I'm so thankful for you guys being here, because listen, if you did not respect strong, independent women, you would not listen to me. That's for goddamn sure. So thank you for being here, and thank you for going on this journey of life with me. I'm excited to start my winter arc or whatever you want to call it, my winter prep, my winter planning. I'm excited to really like challenge myself. I think that's the main thing. I need some challenge in my life. I come out of challenge like so much better, so much different and grown and stronger and more compassionate. And so I'm excited for the challenge of winter. It really does force us to kind of strengthen our roots and strengthen our growth and our understanding of self. And so I'm excited to take that journey with you all. Good things coming. I'm feeling good about today. It's nice and warm. It's sunny. Little Danger's out on the patio enjoying the warm weather. The leaves are changing. I'm going horseback riding later. Like, truly, what could be better? I got a kiki with my girls today. I'm cooking a potato soup this week. You guys, every single fucking year around this time, my family would make potato soup and I was always in charge of it. I'm not kidding. I would eat this potato soup morning, lunch, dinner until it was gone. I go through this shit like crazy. So if you are interested in a potato soup recipe, one that I have made for my entire life, that should be up this week on the Instagram. If you want to submit your questions, submit them on the Instagram. And I know some of you guys were like, and I don't have Instagram. Where do I submit? You can always email me, I guess, at hannahmarlene444@gmail.com. That's my email account. You can always reach me there, hannahmarlene444@gmail.com. But if you want to, submit your straightforward question on Instagram at Hannah Marlene. For all the new listeners here, because there's a lot of them, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. And like I said, make me stay true to my goals, you guys. I'm filming a Halloween decorating video for the YouTube. I think my YouTube is Hannah Marlene 444. Now you're like listening on YouTube and you're like, girl, what? I have a separate like vlog and video channel, which is at Hannah Marlene 444. And of course, like always, if you want to see more from me, truly, we have so much fun over on the Patreon, patreon.com/smokeseshshorty. If you can't remember all these, they're going to be in the description. The links will be below, so check them out. Come join. Patreon girlies really keep this podcast up and running. So thank you all so much for that. I answer every single question on the Patreon exclusive episodes, plus much more fun content. But with that being said, stay sane, stay sexy, stay strong, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.